Now that I've ran through my project Use It Up with you, I thought I would showcase my empties that I've had over the past couple of weeks, almost a month now, and I'm super excited because I actually have a lot more than I anticipated. So I'm going to start with two that weren't in project Use It Up at all. These were just some random empties that I had, and the first one is the High Smile Red Velvet Toothpaste. I actually like High Smile. I think it's like, you don't get a lot for how much you pay for it, but I like the variety of flavors that you get. It makes brushing your teeth fun, and I think that's one of the keys to consistency, is making it an enjoyable experience. And so that they definitely did that with these flavors, but I do have to say the Red Velvet was probably one of my least favorite flavors, and I think it just had to do with the fact that it was chocolatey, and I've never had a chocolatey toothpaste before, so it was a little weird for me, but like the flavor was pretty much spot on. So if you like Red Velvet and you want to try it in a toothpaste, I would definitely recommend it. And yeah, like I said, I would recommend High Smile toothpaste as it is, just because I do appreciate the variety that they have. Next, I got this in a Yes Style order for free as a sample. It is some samples of the Vanilla Co cleansing balms. You got your original, you got clarifying, nourishing, and calming. I would say I don't mind the Vanilla Co cleansing balm. I think it does a great job. It's just not my favorite because I prefer the Pharmacy with the green clean. I like the scent of it, but that's really the only reason I would pick that one, is because I appreciate the scent, and I think they both work fairly similar. The only thing I want to point out is this yellow one here. This is a Ginseng Glow. This smells very perfumey. I initially thought it was going to be either herbally or maybe citrusy, but no, it's just straight up kind of perfumey, so I would recommend maybe not that one. But the other three I would say are, you know, they're fairly decent. They don't have a strong scent to them. One did have a little bit of tea tree to it, however it wasn't overpowering. So overall, good cleansing balms, happy to try them, but I will be sticking to Pharmacy. Now moving into items that I had in Project Use It Up, I'm going to start with my cleanser category, and I am super excited because the ones that I wanted to focus on, I managed to use them all. But to be quite honest, there was only like tiny little bits in all of them, so it's not like there was a lot of product here to use up. But to start, I have the B Lab and Joel C Matcha Hydrating Foam Cleanser. This one was kind of like a clay gel kind of consistency, and I would say it worked really well. The only thing I want to point out is that this is a very cleansing cleanser. I don't want to call it stripping, because I would say it never really left my skin like squeaky clean, but there was definitely times that I was like, oh, I feel maybe a little bit over cleansed. So if you're somebody who likes a thorough cleanse, this one might be for you. But if you have normal to dry skin, I would say maybe only use it a couple of times a week, because you might find it a little too much. Next, I have the Dr. Jart Enzyme Cream Foam Cleanser. This one I would say again is just a average cleanser. I have really no complaints about it, but also at the same time, like, nothing amazing to say about it. It did its job. I guess the only complaint I would have is that there is something in here. I'm not sure if it's an essential oil or if it's the Cicapair in here, but something did kind of irritate my eyes, but that's a personal thing. So I would say if you have sensitive eyes, maybe be a little bit careful, but other than that, yeah, decent cleanser. I would say did the job. Two other cleansers I have now, kind of more on the gentle category. This is Glam Glow's Gentle Bubble Daily Conditioning Cleanser. Again, no complaints, but also nothing special to really bring to your attention. It is a gentle cleanser. It did the job. Yay. I do like the packaging on this. It kind of has like that oil slick kind of look to it. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about that one. And then this one I would say I would probably recommend. This is the Geek and Gorgeous Jelly Joker Cleanser. It's kind of like a milky gel consistency, but don't let that fool you, because usually if you have more milky consistencies, they tend to be more kind of gentle and more like creamy, but this was actually quite a thorough cleanser. Never left my skin feeling over cleansed. There was a couple of times though that I did have to go in for a second round of cleansing with this. I didn't use a cleansing balm before it. I just went straight in with this and felt like there was areas that needed a little bit more, so I went in a second time. But other than that, I honestly, for the consistency of this product, I didn't expect it to be as good of a cleanser as it did, and yeah, it quite impressed me, so I would recommend this one. Oh, I tried to do products that weren't in the Project Use It Up at the beginning, but I did miss one. This is just a sample of the Klairs Fundamental Nourishing Eye Butter. I don't know what it is, but just in the last couple of years, anytime I wear makeup, I tend to get like contact dermatitis around my eyes afterwards, and so I do like an eye cream to try to be nourishing and calming after the fact, and so I thought, ooh, this one sounds like it'd be right up my alley. but unfortunately it kind of missed the mark. It was nice and hydrating, however it didn't have that nourishing quality I was looking for my irritated eyes. So overall, if you're looking for something hydrating, not that bad of a product. I think butter is kind of an overstatement. This is more of just an eye cream. But yeah, it didn't give me the nourishment that I needed, so I probably wouldn't be purchasing this one. Something I'm super excited about is I have 3 sheet mask empties. So I did a couple more than three masks, but I did end up using those compacted self-use kind of ones that I showcase in my shorts videos. So I would use one, and then I would use one of those compact masks with the rest of the serum that was in it to make sure I got my money's worth. But I used up all 3 of them. Unfortunately, I've got nothing to say about all 3 of them. I have the Suluwasu First Care Activating Mask, I have the Snail Bee High Content Mask Pack, and then I have the Keep Cool and Soothe Mask. And they were all nice, but I didn't feel that they did anything noteworthy. Like, there was nothing about any of them that was like, ooh, wow, gotta do that again, or I have to share. So they were all nice, but yeah, that's it, just nice. My favorite category, sunscreen, and I'm actually super excited because I used this one up just earlier today. This is the Our Vegan Sun Fluid Glow. I like the smell of this one. I think it kind of reminds me of, like, it doesn't smell exactly like it, but it has hints that are similar to Rose Jam by Lush, and so I liked it for that. However, the application wise, it was a bit on the thicker side. It had a super, what am I trying to say? It had quite the white cast to it, and so overall I definitely wouldn't recommend this to anybody. It's unfortunate because, like, it smells nice. So if they could reformulate it that it glides on a little bit nicer, then it, you know, it might be good, but unfortunately as it is, it's a no from me. 2 that I liked, the first one is the Isntree Onion Fresh Fluid Sun Cream. This is this one here. It's quite lightweight. It goes on really nicely. It applies nice, sets down nice. The only problem I have with this is that this pill is super easy on my skin. I don't know what it is, but I would apply it and then I'd be like, oh, I have an itch later on, and all of a sudden it would start pilling. So probably wouldn't recommend it or purchase it again just due to that, because once it starts pilling, it makes me wonder, like, am I still getting my sun protection? And I don't need that. So unfortunately this one is a no for me, even though it did feel really nice and lightweight on the skin. And then one that I kind of wish I would have saved a little bit closer to the fall and winter months. This is the Farmstay Tea Tree Biome Calming Sunscreen. This one, or sun cream, sorry. This one was like really nice. It applied really easily. It is a bit heavier than this one here, but I would say, like, it had more of a hydrating quality to it, so that's why I think this one might have been better suited for the fall and winter months. Last 2 products, I'm going to end with the one that I'm like super happy that it's done. But the next one I have here is the Native Body Wash in Sugar Cookie. I always thought body washes were kind of the same, and then I bought this one in like the cucumber mint, and I realized I was wrong. Not all of them are the same. It has more of like a whipped foamy kind of consistency, feels a little bit more like silk on the skin, so I was like, oh, I actually don't mind these as body washes. And the Sugar Cookie scent has a really nice, like, gourmand vanilla-ness to it. So overall I did really enjoy this, and I probably will purchase more. Hopefully they come out with some more fun scents for the different seasons. So yeah, enjoyed this one. And then onto the product that I'm super happy is gone is this. This is the Naturium KP Body Scrub and Mask. I did not enjoy this product. I had a tiny bit left for the longest time, and I'm like, I just can't get myself to use it up, and I'm like, come on, you can do this. So I threw it in the project and I was finally able to use it up. So I just don't like the fact that it doesn't rinse away effortlessly. Like, you actually have to go in and you kind of have to like scrub it underwater to get it to budge, and if you don't, then you get out of the shower and you got nice little pumice like granules all over you. So I just didn't like it for that fact. I also find that it didn't really do much for me. Like, I used it on my KP and my KP is still going strong. So unfortunately this one was just an all-around no from me. So those are my empties. I am super excited to have finished kind of like my intro round, or round 1 of Project Use It Up. So can't wait to see what the next round kind of brings, and hopefully we have more empties. But like I said, I'm super happy with what we've got. So if you used anything up, let me know what was it and what you thought about it. I'd love to hear that down below. And until the next video, I will see you then. Bye guys!